Now this is a little fictitious because if this was real, it would sound like this. There he is, chunk chunk. And there'd be no more firing after that. He's got the dog tags too with the little rubber thing around the edge so they don't click. You know,
most seals wear dog tags.
Yeah.
Nope.
It has their agent's name on it.
That's true. That's actually
Now that
true.
is true. Well, what we're gonna do here is Veterans React, and I just spilled coffee all over myself. Dude.
That's pretty good, you can't even tell.
Are we filming right now?
Oh, we've been filming.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cue the dog walking through the woods, and bam! Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are. I'm gonna try to keep this super quick. If you do me a huge favor and smash that like button, leave me a comment below who you'd like to see in a future episode of That's React. Normally, I upload these to my Black Rifle Coffee YouTube channel, but today I'm doing something a little bit different because I'm trying to prove a case against YouTube in how they've been algorithmically like throttling my videos in the channel over the last, well, year, 2, 3 years or whatever, and talking with actual people at YouTube that I'm in violation of their firearms policy and their advertiser friendly guidelines and a number of different things. So that policy states that you can't promote the sale of a firearm, you can't show how the manufacturer, and you can't do anything that's unlawful or dangerous. Well, I don't feel that I violate any of those things. And to be quite honest, if I go to the range and I use a 22 rimfire, and I shoot a piece of steel, I'm in violation of that policy, but I can play a video game and photo realistically execute someone in the back of the head or show a movie like John Wick or something like that that is extremely violent with firearms, but that's still advertiser friendly. So that's part of the argument that I'm making, in part why this is a different video today. But in this episode, this is completely different from the one that you'll see on Black Rifle Coffee. This is like 15 extra minutes of footage. Kyle Lamb and Jack Carr are two of my favorite people in the world. If you don't know who they are, I made a video on Kyle Lamb. I'll put a link in the description below. And I just binged Jack's 3 books on my way back and forth to Tennessee and between San Antonio. I can't recommend them enough. Like, that first book is insane. Like, if you haven't checked out The Terminal List, you got to. Like Chris Pratt's going to be playing that role in an upcoming series on Amazon. Dude, it's going to blow you away. I'm rambling on enough, but if you would smash the like button, leave a comment below who you'd like to see on a future episode of That's React. And yeah, I've got some epic videos I've been working on, so please keep coming back to the channel, checking in. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bam! Welcome to Black Rifle Coffee's Veterans React. I'm Richard Ryan. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Kyle Lamb and Jack Carr in the house.
That's right. Jacques, he likes to be called Jacques.
Oh,
Jacques,
yeah?
Jacques. He is a Jacques Carr. He has come today to tell you about the veteran reacting to the movie. He is from the French Foreign Legion.
Good.
I'm having fun and I haven't even got anything yet.
Coming into this, both of you guys got to set up some clips or movies. And I don't think each other knows which one. Well, you didn't really set up the clips, but you got to suggest the movie. And I don't think you know who suggested what.
Oh, no way. Is this Under Siege? Oh, yes. Yes.
So why Under Siege?
It'd be hard to find a more realistic Navy SEAL movie.
What kind of babbling bullshit is this?
But when you have the Navy SEAL chief, I think he's a chief, Cook,
Yeah.
on one of the last battleships. This is the last battleship to be decommissioned, was the Missouri. And now you spit in Steven Seagal, Navy SEAL chief soup.
That's striking an officer! Oh, come on, that's not striking an officer. That's striking an officer.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
Let's
just
do
a
some
cook.
Aikido.
I'm just a cook.
There we go. Look at that. The Aikido throwing everybody around. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Boom.
I believe you specifically requested this scene too.
Oh, no.
This takes me to my happy place. This is like most ships in the Navy. I think this happens on a regular basis. Erica Liniak, for those who remember, of Baywatch fame. Am I the only one?
You're the only one, dude.
I am definitely
You're
not the only one.
absolutely the only
I think
one.
most of the people watching are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I get to now talk to her, find out what's going on, get a little intel.
I miss July '89. I did a Hunter episode and a Wet and Wild video.
He's got the dog tags too with the little rubber thing around the edge so they don't click, you know.
Most seals wear dog tags. Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
Nope.
It has their agent's name on it.
That's true. That's actually
No, that
true.
is true. He went down hard, but we called Simon and Schuster, and it looks like he's going to make
That's
it.
it. And here you go. You can hand those out.
He might not have made it, but his story will.
His story's going to make it.
Story will live on.
You were excited about this movie.
I'm so excited about this movie. I want to watch it. I just want to stop and actually watch the whole thing because it's that good.
Welcome to the USS Missouri.
Oh, here we go. And he takes off his glasses like he's not going to recognize him. I know this scene.
You look familiar. I know you, don't I?
I think you do.
It's been 20 plus years since I've seen that, and I remember that.
Tommy Lee Jones hasn't aged in 50 years.
No, he looks 75 right there.
He looks
didn't
75 right
He
there.
looked old there.
But look at how cool he is. Cool,
man.
calm, cool,
Tommy Lee
collected.
Jones only shoots high
Oh,
point.
he's got his thumb over the back. Look, if he shoots that
why
thing,
did-
man, he's going to get some slide by going on. Oh, no, it's a Walther, PPK, isn't it?
So great. I don't know.
It looks like it to me.
There it goes.
Oh,
Boom.
there,
And then under there. Oh,
the
why did he do
wrist
that?
hold.
I got tired of coming up with last-minute desperate solutions to impossible problems created by other fucking people.
Did you see
The wrist
that?
hold is tough to
He could do the
overcome.
GSG9 patented, we call it the cup and saucer. Looks something like that. It looks like a Walther,
All they
doesn't
need
it?
is like a day class. Like just do
Yeah,
one
yeah,
day.
yeah, one day.
That's it.
There's nothing we can do about it. You and I were the same.
Oh, no. No. There's a difference, my man. You have faith. I don't.
Whoa,
There
wow.
we go. Nice. Look at that. Boom. Ah, get some. Here we go. Yeah, this is like day 3 of Buds right here. You do this, and you just play this scene. You just play this
knife
scene.
fight?
Yeah, you just knife fight. You do it underwater though, but you watch this scene first.
Oh, yes.
This is
Dude.
actually one of my favorite
Okay, now
movies
this dude is awesome.
You can get behind this.
So based
Dude,
on the
this
book,
is so good. I mean, tell me what's wrong with this. This is true.
Hey, Preston! Don't forget to get him behind the ears.
based on the book by David Morrell, written in 1972.
Yeah.
See, there he goes.
Then this one came out, I think, I want to say 83, 82 or 83 this came out, but very different. So in the book, they have almost 2 protagonists. They make Will Teasel.
Hey, try to be nice to some people.
The sheriff, one of the protagonists. Where in this, it's just through
Oh, his
John
hairdo's
Rambo's
awesome,
eyes.
though.
Yeah, it was one of the one of the first larger budget films to like address PTSD and everything.
Dude, that just made me sick to my stomach, that flashback, seriously. Think about that. The dude just came back, he's got post-traumatic stress, seriously.
Yeah.
And now they're doing this to him and they're acting like,
Just because he didn't want to leave the town. He was just like hitchhiking
All he
through.
wanted was something to eat.
There's a diner about 30 miles up the highway.
Slightly different ending than the book as well.
Very different ending. I feel like it's not a spoiler if it was written in 1972.
No, you can't
But-
play that card. Can't play that card.
Look
dude,
at that. And here we go.
look at this though. This is good, this is realistic.
Yeah, there's no
None of this-
CGI, no CGI, no
No,
green
this is
screen,
all so realistic. Oh,
And then watch this. This one was sweet.
Oh,
That was awesome.
yeah.
I loved that as a kid. So great. The music was great for this. Like everything was great about this, but it shows how a book can be adapted and be totally different in a movie form and still be great.
Oh yeah, bolt action hunting rifle, 30-06. Whoa,
Man,
watch
there's
out.
people down there. Gulp.
Oh, now
Yes.
there's a little bit of
CGI came
fictitious
in.
going
He's
on.
got some-
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah.
You had to do that. It's the 80s. You have to
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, we got to
What's not
agree on
good
this
about
one.
this
This
movie?
is an awesome
This is
movie.
a fantastic film.
I haven't seen this movie in 20 years.
I watched it
and
last night.
I love it. You see, the thing is, he doesn't
great.
like hit, and he's like brushes himself.
that.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets to sew it up, and he gets to take down a helicopter with a rock.
That's right. That's right.
Wait, that's a lever gun
Did he switch it
with
up?
a scope. It must be like a Savage 99.
I love it.
I don't want him dead, Carl. I want him alive. You hear me? Come in.
So it's got to be like a Savage 99 in 300 Savage because you wouldn't. It looks like a bolt gun, but it's lever. It's got to be a 300 Savage.
know that one.
That's cool. I never noticed that.
I'm just appreciating all the knowledge bombs being dropped on.
So I'm gonna come clean with you, Jack.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I have never read the book.
First Blood?
I've never read the book.
You are not alone. Most people don't even know there is a book. At least you know there is.
I know there's a book. I've just never read it, but now you got me thinking, man, I need to.
Yeah, it's very different. And you got to remember when it was written. It was written, just after the height of the Vietnam War. They wrote it kind of at the height, and then it came out in '72.
You know, wearing that flag on that jacket, looking the way you do, you're asking for trouble around here, friend.
This is a very thoughtful movie. He walks into the town, and what does it call it? It says "Welcome to Hope."
Yeah.
In the beginning, he walks into that town. And when we talk about a story arc, and you talk about Joseph Campbell and the hero's journey across cultures from the beginning of time to today, what does he do? He goes into a
what
cave.
he just spoke?
I know everything about that.
Oh, okay, good.
So what does he do?
Joseph Campbell. Yeah.
He's going to go into the cave. He's going to emerge from that cave,
Yeah.
transformed, and then he's going to go get some.
You can fill people in on the differences between the ending here at the book.
Yeah. So the book, there's Sam Troutman. So Sam Troutman will come in a little bit.
Colonel Samuel Troutman.
Look, we're a little busy this morning, Colonel. What can I do for you?
I've come to get my boy.
Your boy?
So what does his name represent? Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
So he's the government. He's the bureaucracy. He created Rambo.
I recruited him. I trained him. I commanded him in Vietnam for 3 years. I'd say that makes him mine.
Colonel Troutman creates Rambo. The government creates him, just like they create us. And then they have to take him out. And that's what happens in the book. And he doesn't make it. He does not survive.
Okay, that's a little
Look at
fictitious. That is, but yeah. Instructor Earl is the only guy I know that could do that move. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is classic, though. Yeah, Lieutenant Clinton Morgan.
Rambo! This is Lieutenant Clinton Morgan, National Guard leader.
Dude, he knows everybody.
Wow, that's
I spent a lot of time with
fascinating.
this film. But see the cave motif?
Yeah.
Yeah, biblical, and also, and not just Bible, but most stories from the beginning of time are going to have that motif, some of that mythology that goes across cultures that hadn't even had any interaction with one another.
I
What does he do here?
love
He's going in.
like how deep you're going with the story.
Yeah, I do too.
You get deep?
And I'm thinking about going back to school.
Yeah.
8th grade was obviously not enough.
Well, no, you listen to Joseph Campbell and you hear these things and you see the parallels between all the really good stories like him at Skywalker Ranch and everything with Star Wars and everything.
See, I never watched Star Wars.
Joseph Campbell
He was a big
lived at
inspiration
Skywalker Ranch. and,
inspiration for George Lucas.
Yeah. And so you hear about like all these parallels between all these
Well, that's
character
why I'm
arcs and
lost
stuff.
because I never watched Star Wars.
Yeah, you don't even have to. But then like
That's something I might not be able to
But then I
forgive
would have
for.
never put 2 and 2 together on something like this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really
Think about all
fascinating.
the best movies or books, stories that you've been told. This
Yeah,
is
I
definitely
think
the way to go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Yep. And what happens here? Get some.
So now this is a little fictitious because if this was real, it would sound like this. There he is, chunk chunk. And there'd be no more firing after that because the bolt would slam forward and that would be it.
So great though.
Look, he's got the bipod and everything on there.
Yep. And this is so what this really is a refighting of the Vietnam War on U.S. soil. Is what the background of this whole thing is right here. With Colonel Troutman as the government, with Will Teasel representing one side, the old guard, and then John Rambo representing the new.
And I thought it was just an action flick.
Yeah, no, like you look at like some of these
Yeah,
the
this is
cheesy
great.
80s movies and you're like, oh no, that's just something that they were just trying to sell tickets for. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, but there is an alternate ending, and if you haven't seen it, I don't recommend watching it because it's.
Yeah, it kind of ruins it. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. So they tested this thing with audiences.
Yep.
With the ending more similar to the book, and he doesn't make it. And audiences were like, "Oh, I just rooted for this guy for the last hour and a half, and now he's dead." So they switched it around and made it a much better ending.
And then they realized they could have more movies.
And
Have a
make a
franchise.
little more money. Yep.
Yeah.
When's your movie coming out?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, good. Oh, Chuck!
This has made my week. This has
Look
made
at
my
this.
week. I love this film. This one.
Oh,
You know,
Look at that. Got the
Yeah.
rope. Gotta have your
Gotcha.
rope.
I don't know if this
This
has
is
the
it.
hero's
Look at
journey
this.
part of the storyline or not, but
Yeah, that's a good point. But they do go.
No,
into
the
a tunnel
guys
system.
they
They
did.
scuba in and they do that infill. But yeah, and how cool is Chuck? This is the heyday right here.
Yeah.
And what an awesome guy. In real life, he is so nice. And yeah, he gave me a blurb for the book, and yeah, he's just been the greatest. And watch this. What does he say? Sleep tight, sucker.
Sleep tight, sucker.
But the first part of this movie is actually based on real terrorist event on TWA 847, I believe.
Really?
Yep, and all this happened here where they took the Jewish passengers and put them up front, people with Israeli passports, separated them from the rest, and then Navy diver, killed a Navy diver on there, he has a Navy ID card.
yeah.
Yep. And so all that, the first part of this movie is actually very realistic on how that went down from the terrorist point of view and from the passengers' point of view. You can speak to the Delta Force point of view, because I'm not sure
I
how
have no
realistic.
idea what you're talking about.
the
Well,
unit-
these guys were actually, they had been in the unit and then they left to become actors.
Oh,
Much
okay.
like SEALs do. You know,
well,
that was,
we learned, we watched and
and
learned.
after they failed in this movie,
watched.
the rockets
Yeah.
off the, yes,
That-
that's cool. Oh yeah, see that?
But I saw this in the theater and I was so fired up.
The backyard, Bobby. Nick's waiting with the truck.
And then we actually had these in the SEAL teams.
How many-
We had those
Yeah.
Desert Patrol vehicles when I first got
motorcycles
in.
with rockets on them?
Later, actually that came later, not with the rockets, but not too far off.
Yeah.
And then, we had the Desert Patrol vehicles, which we learned did not work well
Yeah.
once you took them to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And then never used them after that first deployment. But look at that. Oh yeah, the one-handed from the hips.
Yeah,
we
the
haven't
hip
brought
fire.
it up yet. We haven't started using
Yeah, but
sights
is it
yet
an
as far as
Uzi?
movies.
It's an Uzi?
It's an
or-
Uzi, yeah.
Yeah. That's,
yeah.
I mean, that's a bad call.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was still in the 80s, so we're not using sights, we're not bringing anything to our shoulder, we're not doing any of that sort of thing. But it's working. It seems
But
to
it's
be
a
working for these
machine gun,
guys. It's
right?
great.
So
Well, it's a
just-
machine.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, pistol. Oh, this is so great
Yeah.
too. And no swim buddy, no swim buddy, no battle buddy. Just on his own. Just a man on his motorcycle with his patch on the wrong way. That's the only thing about this movie I don't like.
Yeah.
They get the patches backwards. It's my.
Yeah,
I don't have many
military
pet peeves,
consultants
but
really
that's
weren't
one.
that big of a deal back then.
No big deal. You just make it look cool.
So honestly though,
One
the
man.
backwards patches, I don't think were available at this time.
Probably not.
Probably not, you know what I mean? So yeah, put a flag on. You weren't worried about Black Rifle
could've
Coffee
just put it
coming
to the other
after you for having your patch backwards.
They could've put it on the other sleeve,
If
though.
they
They
would
said
have
that-
known that Black Rifle Coffee was going to interrogate.
yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gets
Shoot, shoot.
Yep. And then he drives through it. This is so great. And here we go.
Bang,
A man and his
bang.
motorcycle.
That's a nice bike.
Yeah. Every Monday on my thing, I do a movie Monday. And
Oh, yeah?
on Instagram, yep, talk about some films. They're mostly all from the 80s and just kind of how they influenced me. And yeah, this is coming up next.
That's great.
Yep. Here we go. Bam. Love it. So he could have put the flag on the other shoulder. He didn't need to.
Well, but for these film geeks here, they would want it that way because what is that? Is that a Mag 58? Oh no, it's a 50. No, what is that?
It looks like a Browning, but I
It
don't
looks
know.
like a Browning, but something small.
It might have been a plastic.
Man, that could have been it.
See, unlike the unfulfillment that you feel after watching Revenant, where he doesn't kill everybody, what does Chuck do? He doesn't go to the plane with everybody.
I've got some business to finish. Tell the colonel not to wait for me.
There's one terrorist left, and what does Chuck do? Jumps into the guy's living room through a window in his motorcycle and kills him.
Chuck,
Right here.
Yeah,
right
Chuck's,
there.
He's got some anger.
The guy thought he was
management
good.
issues.
He thought
Yeah,
he was
he's
all
like-
set. And what does Chuck do? He drives his motorcycle into the house. He doesn't just kill him. He's got to,
Anywhere.
you can't just kill him. You got to beat him up a little bit first, which is.
Well, his hairdo though, I like his hairdo because that is.
And that guy's a good act. I mean, he actually plays a really good bad guy.
Open this door or I will blow the plane!
Jamie, you have to open!
Chuck's not quite full mullet.
Boom.
Kind of like a mullet starter kit.
Bam. Oh, it's best.
Yeah.
And there's no introspection from the hero here, wondering what he should do. No. You know what you do? You go.
That was a weak kick, though. That was a weak kick.
This isn't any Hugh Glass leaving people alive right here.
No.
I mean, the whole movie theater cheered for this.
Yeah.
1980s. Love it. Wish I could go back to the 80s.
He's like, I got my AK.
Yeah.
Well, look at they're still using the same gun. They haven't
There you go.
upgraded yet.
Haven't upgraded.
No.
Yeah, and watch this. Look at that look. See, all we did with training was watch the Navy SEAL movie. I just figured that you guys just watched this movie.
Yeah, you figured wrong.
It's a lot easier to just watch the film.
We actually watched Stripes. That was more down our
I think we need to just queue up a bunch more movies and revisit this at some point because this has been too much fun.
Let's do it.
What do you guys got going on? Just let everybody know.
I'm headed to Colorado to train SF guys to how to shoot off the back of their motorcycle.
Can we just download this for him? Download Delta 4, you put it on a thumb drive and just play that.
Oh, I could play it. And they'd be like,
play that.
oh, okay,
Good to
you know,
Totally fine.
it'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we're staying busy we're doing some new products coming here and there. And
Where at?
Viking Tactics.
Yeah, where can people find that?
VikingTactics.com.
Easy
On the
day.
interwebs.
On the interwebs, they can get
Yeah.
your social media and all
Oh,
that other
you
stuff.
get all
We'll
that
put
stuff.
links in the description
That's
below.
right.
Yeah, you can listen to us both on a podcast we did,
we just did
the other
that.
day.
Did
That
you
was
really?
great.
Yeah. What's the podcast?
It's not out yet, but it's, it is
It's called
VTAC.
VTAC and
Yes, and Danger Close.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond the Books with Jack Carr.
Well,
which is
by the
essentially
time
Let's
this
Talk to
comes
Anybody.
out, it may be down in the description below.
Amazing. We will do that for sure. And
Where can people find your book?
So they can find it anywhere, on audio, on ebook, on hardback, paperback, and they can go a little deeper on some of the weapons that are used in the book, some of the knives and the sniper weapon systems and that sort of thing on officialjackcarr.com, and then follow along on the socials on Jack Carr USA.
And if you haven't read his books,
I just
I'm
picked
not
it
a
up.
big fiction book dude.
Yeah.
I got a book from him at the SHOT Show, and I'm like, yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, good, SEAL. You know, I'm thinking, and I got that book, and I opened it up. First I said, this guy is a really nice guy. So I thought he was impersonating a SEAL. You know what I'm saying? No, so I get on the plane with my wife, and I open up this book, and I'm thinking, I'm just going to read a few pages.
Yeah.
I couldn't put it down. And the reason I couldn't put it down is because as a military guy, you watch these movies and it's fictitious. You read this book and it's like, it's real.
Yeah.
And it's not just the gun stuff that's real. It's just the thought process and how this guy goes through life. And I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert.
Okay,
though.
let's hear
He
it.
puts honey in his coffee.
I had to humanize the protagonist a little bit.
You had to bring him down and make him a hipster.
Well, I tell you what,
His coffee like I like mine, actually.
I'll tell you what we're going to do, because normally what we'll do is you leave a comment below letting us know what you want to watch in the future or what guests you'd like to see on, and we do a random comment generator. So you leave a comment below, and what we'll do is we'll give away a signed copy of your book.
Let's do it. I'm in.
So
That'd be amazing.
again, any suggestions on movies or guests that you want to see on the show, let us know. And then until next time, we'll see y'all later.
If they come back in 2 years, they can read my fiction.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah, it's
We'll
called
do it again.
It's called Death Rides an ATV.
I can't wait.